Practice that. You gotta say fish on.
You can say fish on. Kaz, your first fishing trip. You want to hold the pole?
The first time for just about anything can cause apprehension, and you can't always expect to be perfect right off the bat. But it does make all the difference when you learn how to do something from people who love you.
Let's reel it back in. Oh, we lost our cricket. Let's go get another cricket, okay? Hold on.
Fishing is a sport that frequently requires the old philosophy of try again. Then there's nothing like success to bring confidence.
Do you have one?
I think you got a fish.
Is it pulling? Kaz, your first fish?
Yeah, look at that. Huh? Look at that.
What do you think of that?
Oh, you got it.
You got a fish.
I want to keep it.
It makes my heart just happy. I'm happy. I don't even have the words to say how wonderful this is.
That's a catfish.
That's a bluegill.
It takes a little convincing, but Casimir, better known as Kaz, agrees to hold the fish long enough to preserve this memory with a picture.
He's never going to forget this day.
First fish.
Whoa.
A flip-flopping bluegill can be a little scary to a 5-year-old, but not nearly as scary as the disease that threatened to kill him. Casimir Schwartz was born with an extremely rare type of immune deficiency syndrome that left him so vulnerable to illness that even a common cold was potentially fatal. He has fought against an onslaught of infections.
He's one of 3 that's ever been diagnosed in the world. He's the only survivor of that type. So he's very unique. We like to think of him as being very special, which he is. And it's the boy in the bubble disease, if you're familiar with that, an old John Travolta movie.
It's been insane. You don't ever think that your child, you think you get this perfect package when the baby's born, and then to find out the baby's not so perfect, and then your whole life stops and you're in the hospital and you're getting blood drawn and he's getting IVs and he's getting all kinds of medications and he's just crying. And I mean, it was 7 months in the hospital.
His mother, Julie, was the bone marrow donor for a transplant that was part of a highly specialized and successful treatment at Duke University Medical Center. But over 4 years, the constant sickness, complex care, and travel back and forth from the hospital have taken a toll.
And we've just been through so much stress. It's just been one big ball of stress.
So an afternoon breeze blowing away some of the summer heat while rippling the waters of a very well-stocked farm pond brings a welcome sigh of relief.
Think back of the days when Kaz was in the hospital and we didn't know if he was going to make it one day to the next, and you just kind of get yourself in survival mode, and no, I didn't think it would ever happen, and it's amazing.
The fishing trip was set up for Kaz, his little brother Bennett, and his big sister Ava by some legislator friends of Kaz's dad, who works for the state. His grandfather came all the way from Oregon to be a part of it.
It's wonderful for all of them to experience this on a beautiful day, and first time to go fishing. They've been looking forward to this for a while, so it's a privilege for us to be able to do it.
This was also the first time fishing and the first time catching for Kaz's siblings, and that made Kaz even happier.
Got it! You got one, Ava!
So it's a bit of a new beginning for all of them.
Our whole family's been through this. Ava's been through just as much, if not, more, being away from her family than, Kaz, because we were with Kaz the whole time, and Ava just got shipped off to, neighbor's house or grandma's house.
The smile on Kaz's face was all the payback anybody needed.
I think he's a true hero walking, a testament to how the Lord works, really, That's an amazing story gives me goosebumps to think about what he went through and how lucky and blessed we are to have healthy kids, that run and gun on a farm like this every day.
You don't know how big it is now. Let's see. I believe you're a keeper.
Those were similar sentiments to those of Ed Carter, Executive Director of the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. When he heard about the event, he came with gifts for the kids, along with the hope that they will all become lifelong anglers.
It flashes me back in some ways to when my kids were really small, and then going out and their first fish. It doesn't matter how big it is, how small it is. It really doesn't matter. They just caught a fish.
Catching a fish is great therapy, but can't heal all the hurts. But through passage to this point in Caz's life, the family has learned many things.
Take on those challenges as they come your way, and whatever adversity, I think you can find the blessing in it.
You can't ask why. Because you're not going to get anywhere, and you just have to accept that there's a path and there's a reason, and God is good and people are good.
I'm Steve Hall on Tennessee's Wild Side.